just trying to rack my brain on what was Digby done down at...
Well, there was a compulsory acquisition of the Ritz Arcade for the completion of the glass house. Now, for the process of this to occur, it basically has to be signed off by the state governor for the acquisition to occur. The state governor came here prior to the acquisition.
State government
Gazettes it, puts it forward, but it still has to be...
Based on advice.
It still has to be approved by the governor.
You know, also ask you a question.
Well, basically, when the state governor came here, did you...
I think you're shooting the roof.
No, I'm getting you. I'm pretty good at it.
Right.
Did the state governor ask you your opinion on the acquisition?
No conversations with the state governor at all.
At all?
Nor, I might add, with the minister, and I would imagine it was the minister for local government at the time.
Local government.
And so, but conversations at my end were had with the representing law firm, and from memory, Stacks a law firm out of Tari or Foster. Digby Dunn, who's a local government expert and justice compensation expert, who was, I think, representing all the arcade tenants.
Yeah.
And that is the only conversation and the only point that a local member was involved in the process.
Right, so you didn't think it was necessary to give an opinion to the state governor on the acquisition as an opinion?
Yeah.
No?
Well, it's easy to reflect in hindsight, but at the time I thought the important thing was that the legal process ran its course, and it did end up in a legal process, and there is a difficulty in local members getting involved in a legal process.
Well,
we've got to be very careful about sticking our noses into land and environment court matters, and it ran its course through there. And I think that was the appropriate way it was dealt with. Now, the rights and wrongs of whether it should have happened is a matter that you want to take up with proponents of the actual building over there, which was the local council at the time. And if you believe, or if anyone believes, the advice that drove a just terms compensation was dodgy advice in regards to it not being just terms and not being proper use in a change of use.
Do you think compulsory acquisition for a luxury item such as an entertainment centre is an appropriate use of that law?
That's a good question. It's a question of, like, I'm 6 of one, half and a dozen of the other. You know, the law is there for essential services.
Is entertainment centre essential service?
Look, it's a questionable... You know, I've never thought about it before. I'm neutral on it at this stage. I need to think about it. But I understand the point of just terms compensation. I understand the point of the importance of private property. I mean, Australia is one of the founders of the importance of registered title, for example, from here on out.
No, I'm getting you.
Yeah, I mean, registered title's a really important thing that Australia has given to the world. So, you know, we all, I hope, in law and in community understand the importance of private property. Just terms compensation is there for a reason, for that greater public good, but it's got to be, you know, real value and just terms compensation. And that's why that ended up as a legal battle. Some people feel like their rights weren't being met. The advice I had from Digby Dunn at the time was, at the end of that very difficult process, he felt that we were getting as close as possible to just terms. So you thought the
process was a just process? In the process of acquisition and also the process of them achieving some sort of compensation for that loss of property?
I don't have an emotion about it. The reason, the process was, people were aggrieved, and I can understand why they were aggrieved. The question then is, how do they deal with that? It became a land environment court matter from memory. I understand they were represented as a group by Digby Dunn from memory, and I understand they got a settled outcome from that process. Now, if you're asking for views on whether I think the glasshouse building was an appropriate transition of use, I mean, I wasn't involved in that process, and it'd be flippant of me to provide an opinion.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no worries.